I'm here with trainer Brad Cox, who has 2 in the Louisiana Derby, starting with John Hancock, who's unbeaten from 2 starts, coming out of the Sam F. Davis, went gate to wire. First off, how did he ship in?
Made it in good order, trained here a couple days, moving fantastic, and is going to school later today, and super pleased with how he's trained leading up to this, and I think based off pedigree, he should be able to handle the mile and 3/16.
How do you feel about his draw on the rail?
I'm okay with it, as long as we break clean and get away well and can get our forward position. I think that's his thing. I'd like to see repeat performance of the Sam F. Davis. He puts that effort in. I think he'll be very tough.
And John Hancock goes to the early lead. We have a lot of speed in this race. You have Instant Replay, who comes from off the pace. Do you feel like he will get an ideal setup here?
He could. I think a lot of it has to do with just how the track's playing. If we get the same track we got here for the Risen Star weekend, it would be hard to see him finish up, but if going a mile and 3/16, if the pace, there's a pace meltdown, I really do think he could be a big player. Based off the PPs and stuff, he fits. He really does. His last race figure was really good as anyone in the race. And once again, I think it has to do with just the pace and if they can stay, carry on the front end.
You have the headliner in the Fairgrounds Oaks, Good Cheer, unbeaten from 5 starts. How is she looking ahead of this start?
She's doing great. She really is. She's really easy to train. She's classy to deal with. Just kind of, she's just there and just does her thing. And she's been so dominating in the afternoons. I think that's the biggest takeaway from her races is just how she's able to put away the competition and finish up her races with ease, and always looks like there's more left, and the further the better. So very confident we'll get a big effort out of her.
You also have Turfway Park, Final Gambit in the Jeffrey B. Stakes, so staying busy and all over the place.
Yeah, we're taking a little shot with him. I think he'll handle the distance. He obviously doesn't have a lot of early speed, but he does finish up well. He likes that track up there. He trained on it in the summer. I brought him to Churchill. Tried to get him to train well on the dirt, not as well. Started him on the grass. He's had a couple runs there at Turfway now, and he was able to get his maiden broke last time. Mentally he's a little bit of a horse that's not there yet, but I think when he gets there he'll be a very nice horse, and I'm hoping he can kind of take a step forward. He'll definitely have to take a step forward on Saturday.
Finally, it's March. I have to ask you about March Madness. I won't jinx you and ask you about UK specifically, but did you fill out a bracket?
I did. It's I don't know if I'm allowed to say who have in the Final Four, but it's always a fun time of year with the Derby preps and March Madness. And yesterday was a great day of games, and hopefully Kentucky can get the job done later today.
Fortunately, the other school lost yesterday.
Yeah, that didn't. They didn't. It was kind of a home game for them, obviously being in Lexington, but it didn't work out. I told my good friend, he's a Louisville fan, I said that it looks like they're going to be back home in time for a late lunch. So, yeah, the Creighton put it on them pretty. There wasn't much of a game, really.
Well, we'll see what UK does this weekend, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.